Well, what are we working on today? Can you tell what's wrong here? These are one length. That one's way too short because the rest of that is inside of here. It looks like when we bought tires for this car, like they ran this lug nut on there, cross-threaded, so taking it off, it broke. Now, this isn't hard to fix. If you've not done one before, just replacing this stud's not too difficult. I'm going to take a hammer. I'm going to try to tap this out. So, see if you can see back here. If you can see inside there or not. And it might be that I have to take this rotor off to get to it. We'll see. Anyway, this is just pressed in. So you should be able to tap this out. It should pop right out the back. And we'll take the new one and put it in place. And you just get it started, and then when you tighten down your wheel, where you put a lug nut on there, it should, yeah, this one's not going to go, of course. Well, what do you know? Maybe a few, anyway, if it'll go on there far enough. I don't know that this one will do it. I don't know, it might. Anyway, you just tighten your lug nut down and it draws it on through. You do have to get it started well enough in the back though, so you have some kind of grip. You don't want the stud to start turning and the splines on the back to hold it in place to get worn off before you can get it seated. So I've got to run to the parts store. I'm going to tap this out, run to the parts store, get another stud. I've got to have a lug nut, and you can't buy one, I don't think. You probably have to buy a whole set of 4. So I'll have some extras, and we will go from there. All right, I know you can't tell, but it's literally been like 30 seconds. I just took a regular hammer and just a few taps. It didn't take much, and it started working its way backward. Here are the splines that hold it in place. It's just held in with friction. Yep, so off we go to our nearest parts store. Well, I was just surprised because I was able to buy one stud and one lug nut. The last time I had to buy a stud for a vehicle, I had to buy the lug nuts in a set of 4. And it really wasn't bad. $3.59 for the lug nut, $3.79 for the stud. Right at $8 total. And that's less than I thought I would spend, and that's the least I have spent at a parts store in a very long time. All right, let's get back over there and get this put in. We are back and we're putting this in. Here's the new one. By rotating the rotor here, and thus the hub, I was able to get this lined up in the back where I could slide the stud in without having to take the rotor off. Anyway, let's see if we can get this thing tightened up. I'm gonna kind of hold it in the back a little bit. I'm gonna start the nut here, the lug nut on, and we will tighten it to see yeah, how much we can get it seated. Now, you didn't get to see me do that. I couldn't hold this and tighten it up, but it is nice and secure, and it just by being a little bit careful and tightening this down a little bit at a time, I was able to get that to pull straight in. The splines are holding nice and tight. And we will now put the wheel on, but yeah, this is good to go. That was really easy. It can be very intimidating, but these really are not hard to do.